Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmerced.com, and this is another one of my Learning Python videos where I'm going to kind of walk through exercises that I've made for myself to help me learn Python, and then hopefully by walking through them with you, you learn Python as well. Now, if you guys really enjoy these videos and want to make sure that I can set aside the time to do these videos, please consider supporting in any way by heading over to donate.alexmerced.com. That's donate.alexmerced.com. Any assistance is appreciated. It means I can spend more time creating videos showing you what I'm learning, and we all win. It's pretty cool. But okay, so today's topic is going to be tuples. Now, tuples is just another way of putting data, collecting data. Okay, so we went over lists, where you can list different strings, different numbers, whatnot. Now, the thing about lists is that they were indexed, meaning each thing on the list had a set number, a set location it was in the list, and so are tuples. The difference is that lists, I could actually change the item. So if I wanted to change a particular item in the list to something else, I could do that. Tuples, I can't. And we'll kind of illustrate that as we go along. But otherwise, it's just another sort of collector of items. But particularly of items you may not want changed once they're in there. So first, let's create some tuples in a list. Okay, so just to kind of illustrate the difference. So here we're going to say, we'll create a tuple called my tuple. Okay, which equals, and again, tuples use the parentheses. So we'll say it's going to include strings orange, orange, this is Oregon, orange, purple. No, that's the string, so I need to put my apostrophe marks. So purple. And then close it. There we go. Grab the second apostrophe. There we go. So that would declare my tuple. So my tuple equals that. But I'm also going to create a list called my list, which would look generally the same, except lists use the square brackets. Okay, so let's see here. Now, they should function the same way. So if I print my tuple, if I want to print the third item, again, the way the indexing works is 0 is item number 1. So technically, orange, the first orange, this is orange. So let's fix that. Orange. There we go. Orange, orange, purple. Okay. The first orange is 0, the second orange is 1, and the purple is 2, even though it's the third item. So technically, if I want to print purple, I would do my tuple 2. Okay. And let's do the same thing for list. My list 2. Cool. Let's see if this all works, or if I have any kind of syntax errors. So first, let's save it. Tuples. Okay, now that we saved it, let's run it. And I made some sort of mistake somewhere. And tuple object, line 10 in module. Let's see here that I create the tuple right. Let's double check. That looks. Oh, I see. Okay, let's go back over here. Oh, no, I'm installing PyQt. That's for later on. Okay. Now let's see here. So here's where I made my, well, here's the first mistake at least that I've noticed so far. Okay, so technically when I'm calling the index number, that should still be in the square brackets. So technically that should look like that. And that's why it's important to practice. So that's, like, this is the reason why I'm doing these videos. One, it gives me an opportunity to practice the stuff that I'm learning, and two, you get to see the mistakes that I make, and then I'm hoping that you guys will then practice them as well. So then there again. So basically it's my tuple. Okay, and I'm calling the second item in my tuple. Okay, my list too. Same idea. Okay. So now I'm going to save, hoping that that's the only syntax error, but we'll see. And that worked. Okay, so that was where my mistake was. I called the right index number, I just called it in the wrong way. Cool. Okay, so now my second assignment is to attempt to edit the second item in the list in the tuple. So what I want to do is say, first I'm going to try to do the list, my list 1, because that would be technically the second item in the list. We're going to say that now equals banana, B-A-N-A-N-A-N, banana, banana. Okay, but that needs to be a string. You gotta be careful because syntax matters. You'll spend your life decoding. Okay, then my tuple. Actually, before we even change my tuple, just to make sure that my list change worked, let's print my list 1. That way, make sure it was changed. And then we'll do my tuple 1 equals banana, and see if that changed successfully. Print my tuple 1. Okay, so let's save that and see if it runs. So see, we have the 2 purples that we originally printed. So to change the list of banana, but see, when I tried to change the tuple, it was unsuccessful, because again, tuples can't change. So in that case, I can't do that, which was the whole point of doing that exercise. To see that in a list, I can change the items, but in a tuple, I cannot. Now, of course, if I want to know the list of each, if I want to know what the length, meaning how many items there are, I can use the len command. So I can hit print. So if I want to know, okay, how many items, print equals, okay, print equals, or no, print len, which is the command for length. Now I'm going to print the length of my list. And then print length of my tuple. Okay, let's save that. And again, both the list and the tuple both have 3 items, so it prints 3. Cool. That all makes sense. Now, a couple other things you can do. So let's say we want to know what index a particular item is. Okay? So we'll say print, because we want to actually know what the items are. Print the index of, so I'll print the actual index number of the different items, of the index. So double check the syntax on this. That will be down here. For specified value. Okay. So that doesn't really give me the exact deal, so I'm going to assume it's like this. We'll try it out, see if it works. Okay, my tuple.index. Print my tuple. Actually, first let's do the list. My list.index. And I want to see where is the orange in there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the tuple, so I'm going to copy and paste it to save me some time. Change this to my tuple. index orange, see if I set that up right. Just two possible ways that could have been, so I just wanted to check. So run module. Correct, yep. Now what's interesting here, so see, first I check the list to see where orange is. And orange should only be in position 0, because basically again the list became orange, banana, purple after the second assignment. But with tuple, technically we have orange twice. It's 0 and 1, but it only prints 0, so it only prints the first time that it showed up in the index. So keep that in mind. But what if I want to count how many oranges there are in each of these items? Because again, one has 1 orange and one has 2 oranges. Well, I would do the same thing, except I'm just going to change this to count. Okay, and again, just to kind of explain what I'm doing here, so see, my list is my list, and then whenever you have like an object of some sort, whether it's a list, a set, dictionary, any of these things, or a custom class, which we'll eventually learn how to do custom classes, some custom classes have functions built in, and those functions can be called by putting that period and then the name of the function and then giving it some arguments. Okay, so basically certain objects have different ways you can treat them and use them. Functions built into them. So basically what I'm saying is that I'm using the function count that's built into a list to count how many oranges there are. I'm using the function count built into a tuple to count how many oranges there are. So let's do this. Let's save and run. Okay, and you can see as we get all the way down to the bottom, past the 2 zeros, because again, that was the original index number for where the first orange is. But see, in the list, there's only 1 orange, because again, we changed the second orange into banana. And then here, there are 2 oranges in the tuple that we created. Okay, so I mean, that's what it is. It's just another way to collect data. Now, you might find in a situation where you need to collect a list of information, whether it's a list from a database or a list input from a user, that you then don't want to be changed after the fact. And there are situations where you want it to be changed, so then you would use a list. But you have these different tools, these different types of ways of collecting that data inherent. There's also sets and dictionaries, which we'll learn about in future lessons. But that's today's lesson. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Again, if you like what you see, head over to donate.alexmerced.com, and we'll keep learning Python.